Hi everyone, in this PowerPoint tutorial we are going to discuss about bisection method. Bisection method is a numerical method in mathematics to find a root of the given function. Let us consider the function be f of x and at x equal to a the value of f of x becomes 0. So a is called the root of the function f of x. In order to find the root of the function, we have a well-known mathematical property called intermediate value theorem. If a function f of x is continuous on the closed interval a comma b and the sign of f of a must not be equal to sign of f of b, then there is a value c belongs to closed interval a comma b such that f of c equal to 0. Since the value becomes 0, c is called the root of the equation which lies in the interval a comma b. Consider the graph of f of x b as follows. Since f of a and f of b are of opposite signs, there exists a root between a and b. The bisection method is a successive approximation method that narrows down an interval that contains a root of the function. In order to narrow down such intervals, we use the property called intermediate value theorem. Bisection method will cut the interval into two halves and check which half interval contains a root of the function. At last, the root is then approximately equal to any value which lies in the given interval. Suppose the interval is as follows: a comma b. Therefore, the middle value, which is the first approximal root, is lying between a and b. Therefore, the value of f of x at m is f of m, which is also lying between f of a and f of b. Because sin of f of m is not equal to sin of f of a, we proceed that from intermediate value theorem, root lies between a and m. In the above example, we have changed the endpoint to b to obtain a smaller interval that still contains a root. In some other cases, we need to change the endpoint to a to obtain smaller interval that still contains a root. In these cases, at one part of the interval, the sign of function is not changing. At another part, the sign is changing. Here in an example where you have to change the endpoint to a, that is here. For example, we can illustrate the bisection method with this function f of x equal to x square minus 3. Here the roots are root 3 and minus root 3. That is 1.732 and minus 1.732. We can assume the starting interval as 1 comma 2. Since f of 1 and f of 2 are of opposite signs, we have the root lying between 1 and 2 by intermediate value theorem. In the first iteration, as per the theorem, the root lies between 1 and 2, so the middle value, the first approximal root, is 1 plus 2 by 2, that is 1.5. Therefore, the function value at 1.5 is negative. So again the root lies between 2 and 1.5 as per intermediate value theorem, which will occur in second iteration. In second iteration, the value of next successive approximation x2 is 1.75. Now f of 1.75 is positive, that is 0.0625. Hence, the root lies between x1 and x2. So in third iteration, the root lies between 1.75 and 1.5. In third iteration, the root is x3 equal to 1.625. Now the value of function at 1.625 is negative. So the root lies between 1.625 and 1.75. This will continue till the desired degree of accuracy is obtained. And so on, the interval gets smaller and smaller to find such interval which suits in the given root. But it always contains the root 3, that is 1.7328. When the interval is smaller than 0.00001, the while loop will exit, and these iterations will terminate and return a value which is the root of the given equation, which is very close to the exact value, that is root 3. Talking about advantages and disadvantages of bisection method, The advantage is convergence is guaranteed. Bisection method is bracketing method and it is always convergent. Although the convergence of bisection method is guaranteed, it is generally slow. The convergence is slow. And based on complex calculations, bisection method does not require any complex calculation. To perform bisection method, we all need is calculate the average of two numbers, which does not include any complex calculations. Although it does not include complex calculations, it is not much useful for finding the root up to many desired. So that's all about bisection method. Thank you.